Now this is something else I want to get into. And I'm gonna play a clip for y'all. And it's kind of a long clip, so I'm not gonna play all of it, but I'm gonna play a little bit of it. So just bear with me.
Yeah, just generally speaking, like the overall consensus that I get.
So it's coming from a man.
Coming from a man.
Okay. Men for the last generation have.
For context, why don't men approach women anymore?
Been subtly, continually trained to not approach women. And it's happened over years. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the whole independent woman, the whole feminist movement that impacted the aforementioned movement has made a lot of women in the West very unpleasant. I don't think women, generally speaking, not you or an individual, but generally, respect the presence of the masculine energy. If a man, so what happens is over time, women stop being pleasant because women became less feminine.
Talk about it.
I think a feminine characteristic is to be welcoming of the masculine energy. Now,
correct.
It does not.
Let me skip ahead a little bit.
Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, is it that the valuation of women in the West is down? No. But, I mean, that's what's happening. You get to the point to where, you don't even want that interaction. Like, I'm not even gonna say nothing to her. So men have been trained to do that. So voila, women were a part of that. Are women to blame? No, I'm not sitting up here saying all women are to blame, but if you are a guy and you always trying to talk to a woman and she's short, curt, don't want to talk to you, what you think's gonna happen? If you keep kicking me, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna stay away from your foot. So what's happening is men are now approaching women in a different type of way digitally. It's easier to DM a woman because you don't have to deal with the rejection of it.
Mm-hmm. The ego of the
and I
rejection.
think that if we can get to the point to where men and women respect each other, if a man, there never should be a reason why a man should speak to a woman and she doesn't speak back, ever. If he's rude, if he's unkind, that's completely different. I'm talking about just speaking. Do you know how many often that happens? So that's my answer.
Now, I bring this up because the other day when I was talking about the club shit and this and that, right? One of the former favorite guests, not my nigga Free Weezy, but the lovely Ramuka, had jumped in the DM. It was just like, man, niggas is out here on some other shit, blah, 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 and whatever the case may be, right? But then she said something that was not necessarily interesting, but just, I've heard it before. Guys, we've heard it before, blah, 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 right? Niggas is out here walking around saying they the prize. We are the prize. You hear the red pill shit, the manosphere shit. We are the prize. Women out there do this and that, and you got to keep your frame, and which is true and all this and that shit, but the whole, just the ideal of just men being the prize and shit like that, right? It is kind of like, well, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, let the hoes be the prize. But when I seen this video, when I watched this video, and just some of the things, and I probably skipped over the part that really made me think about it. But it made me think like, holy shit. Is the reason why guys walk around feeling like we're the prize because women are just completely so shut off and standoffish to men? Like, think about it. Like he said, we've been trained, and it's true. It's true, bro. Like, over years, over time, maybe since 2016, I would say. Maybe a little further, but I feel like I want to, a lot of shit really kind of started in 2016. And it's crazy to think because when I look back, I feel like everybody kind of might look back and say to ourselves like, yo, 2016 was like the last, just for a whole consensus, was like one of the last great years in America. Like, that was a fucking phenomenal year. I can't even cap. But when it comes to maybe it was the Me Too movement, and maybe that's when feminism, the rise of feminism, maybe really started to kick up again. And that's when toxic masculinity and shit like that started to become more of a talking point and things, right? And it just seemed like, you know, you would hear women talk and it's like, don't approach me in a grocery store. Don't approach me in a gym. When you go up to women in clubs, again, like I said in the last episode, because a lot of us are just we're trying to adapt to a new way of living, a new society. We used to just be able to walk up to a shorty, she dancing, and you just walk up on her and just dance with her. And like I said, she give you the look back, see if you was ugly or not. And if you wasn't, she'd dance with you for the song, and it is what it is, right? But we know how it is now. One, it's not really like that in the club anymore, dancing and this and that, just in general, you know, especially down here in Houston, everything's sectioned. But now you go to the club, women are only dancing on their homegirls. Women will tell you now they'll say it, and it seems very much to be true, but also you know it's not true because you just know it's not. But in the same breath, it is kind of true. Women aren't going to the club anymore to meet people. I don't want to go to the club to meet a nigga. I'm going to the club with my girls to have a good time and this and that. So you'll see it. You can't really even speak to women. Everything just in dealing with the woman for a man is just everything is just eggshells. And again, like the dude said, nobody's talking about, and again, women might want to bring it up. If there was a woman on the podcast right now talking to me, I'm sure she would bring it up. If I had Miss Barry Flair on the podcast right now, I'm sure she would bring it up about niggas just being extra and I don't know, just being rude, whatever the case. But like, I feel like all that kind of goes without saying, because who wants to talk to an unpleasant person? Who wants to be approached by someone that's being unpleasant? That's just like, I remember one day I was at Break Room 86 and some shorty just rolled up on me and I don't know, like she started touching my neck or maybe touching my face or something like that. And I ain't go off on her or anything like that, but I for damn sure didn't give her any play or nothing, because it's like, bitch, who are you to like come up and just be touching on my face? I might have told her like, baby, like just don't be touching me on my face like that. You know what I'm saying? Now she was just like, but you're so beautiful or whatever. I appreciate it, this and that, but you already turned me off because you done rolled up on me, touching me on the, like you touched my face. Like, ugh, what are you doing? Like, come on, shorty. So I think that like that goes without saying, you know? But again, just to try to approach a woman, you have to be so measured, so calculated, and all this and that, just for a bitch to completely act like you're not even there, to completely just or wow out on you, curse you out, and call you all this and that. Get your ugly broke ass on my face and all this and that shit. Whatever the case, you worrisome, all this and that shit, right? So long story short, it makes me wonder to myself, well, fuck. If you are a guy that does have bitches, in today's society, in today's dynamic of simply male and female interactions, if a woman is actually showing you interest when you're showing her interest, and she's choosing to be pleasant to you, she's choosing to give you a little bit of time, she's choosing that you're worthy to take her on a date and all this and that shit, right? How are you not the prize? For all the things, for all the power that women have, how could a dude not be the prize when men aren't even the ones it doesn't feel like it. We're not the ones even choosing anymore. Bitches are choosing, they choosing us. They are quick to tell us how much they don't even need a nigga. We don't need a man. There's nothing we are independent. There is nothing in this world we could ever need y'all for. We barely even want y'all for anything outside of whatever the fuck we might want you for. How could we not? It's almost like imagine going to a carnival or fucking Dave and Buster's and this and that. When you do something, you win a prize. You shoot a basketball, you make it, you get a teddy bear off the shit. You chose the prize that you wanted. You played, you won, and you chose your prize. I don't know if it's just because women know that they have multiple niggas. Maybe that's why they don't look at it in that way. But it's just like, how can you be a player? How can you be a player and be the prize in the same breath? Like, just because you won multiple prizes, that doesn't make you a prize. If I'm playing football, I'm a player. We go to the state championship and we win, we get the prize. The prize is the trophy. We played and we won that shit. So as a guy, it's like you go out and shoot your shot at a woman. Well, and maybe how I'm saying it now is maybe a little contradictory. But I guess what I'm just saying is, again, I think I can see, even though it does, just for guys to be walking around just kind of claiming it and saying it, it does just sound like, again, like women would say, it's very sassy and this and that. But it's like, bro, we're not even the ones choosing anymore. We're not the ones getting the prize anymore. Like, how can a woman be a prize when she's in control of everything? It doesn't feel prize worthy, you know? Because only a certain amount of niggas is pulling bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like, but every woman has hella niggas. You're the prize? When you got 3, 4, and 5 niggas at your beck and call, you rotating these niggas to take you out on lunch and this and that, and whoever fucking you and all this and that, whoever you talking to, like, you got a favorite, a bitch to tell you, like, nigga, just hope that you my favorite. If you just hoping that, if a nigga is hoping that he your favorite, I don't know. It's just like, and maybe I need to think this out a little more. Maybe really I need to talk to a woman about this, for real, for real. Maybe I really should have a woman talk about this as well. But yeah, it's just like, how? Like, how could a man not necessarily feel like he the prize if a woman actually chose up on him? Knowing all the shit that niggas got to go through. You know what I'm saying? Just to even really fuck with bitches. It's like, oh, like, clearly I got some shit going on. Like, think again, a woman, we pulling up on bitches just because we think they look good. You just pretty. You just pretty. Like that's what's in a guy's head. That's just what's in a guy's head. Never mind what you may think. Never mind all this. This is just what's in a guy's head. Oh, she look good, so let me go shoot a shot. But if women are being honest, what the fuck is in y'all's head when y'all look at a nigga and you actually do give him a time of day and you do show interest and What is it? Now, maybe outside of, now granted, but genuine interest. Not just the, oh, I'm bored, I'm hungry, so I'll let you take me on a date. I'll let you do this and that. I ain't got nobody to talk to, so I'll hit you up. We can chat for a few minutes and blah, 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 and whatever the case. Like, not that. Not that. But for a woman to genuinely fuck with a nigga, what is it? What is the what is the real initial, just like, damn, like, this nigga low-key, like, he kind of got it all going on. I can promise you, well, I can't necessarily really speak for hoes. Or can I speak for hoes? Because apparently that's what niggas is out here doing. Y'all don't own womanhood. So yeah, I'm speaking for you bitches. Yeah, oh yeah, for real. Yeah, I'm speaking for you hoes. It ain't just, oh, this nigga look good. Oh, no, it's, okay, this nigga is decent looking. But I like the way he rolled up on me. He had a little shit with him, so I can appreciate that. And, you know, he looked like he dressed well. Okay, for sure. Oh, and it looked like he's spending money because, well, he done bought me and my bitches 3 rounds already. So, for sure. If anything, my nigga, that's what? 3 things, 4 things to, again, just one. Just one. A man showing interest is, oh, damn, she's pretty. A woman's interest is fee, fi, fo, foam. That's a whole lot of steps. Shit kind of crazy. So all I'm simply saying is, yes. Do I think it's crazy that niggas do be walking around saying they the prize and feeling like they the prize and all this and that? But the more I really think about it, because again, like bro was saying, you can't even pull up on hoes no more. And they just kind of losing their shit. Like, hold on, let's see.
Interactions publicly, grocery store. He's trying to talk to me. I'm not gonna say nothing. Over time, in this one-dimensionally being that you asked. Mm-hmm. So over time, the more and more women approach women, the more and more men approach women. The neck rolling, the lip smacking, he's trying to talk to me. I'm not gonna say nothing. Over time, that programs a man. So when you couple that in terms of male and female interactions publicly, grocery store, drugstore, on the...
Look, speaking of, the very woman, shout out Ramakai. When she said this, I still kind of laugh about this to this day, because that was an eye opener. That was just an eye opener to me of like the ego of women, and dealing with my ex. Like, just kind of, I was like, damn, I never really knew women had like such large egos. I always kind of thought that was a male thing, for real. But I'll never forget that story she told me about when she was just like, when she'll be walking down the street. She'll be walking down the street and it'll be her and a nigga. And she fitting to pass the nigga. Before she can even see the nigga good, she said she would pull out her phone and fake like she was talking on the phone just to deter the man from speaking to her. And I just remember thinking, what? That is one of the craziest things I ever heard. That's gotta be one of the most arrogant things I've ever heard. Here you are, 30, 40 feet from a nigga, and just for whatever reason, you done already looked at this nigga as somebody as just not worth being dealt with. I do not want to deal with this nigga whatsoever. They're like, whether I'm just having a bad day or whether I'm just happy-go-lucky, I do not want to deal with this nigga whatsoever. And I just know for a fact that this nigga is going to want to deal with me. I'm pretty. I'm whatever. So I know for a fact that when I walk past this nigga, he gonna try to holler at me. So let me just go ahead and put up my phone Let me just go ahead and put up my phone before I start and act like I'm talking to somebody so I can stop this nigga before he even start. Now, if that same scenario happens and a nigga try to talk to her and she actually does talk to the nigga, well, damn. I wonder in a woman's head, how could she look at herself as the prize? You can't be a prize and just give yourself away. How are you a prize when you just give yourself away? A nigga shot his shot and you chose him. Oh, you look like a nice teddy bear. I'll take you home and put you on my bed and put you in my little chair. Whatever the fuck your case. Like, you look like a nice prize. Thank you for playing. Now again, like I said, just in this example, because we do know how prizes are and this and that, it's a little kind of backwards. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it is the guy that's shooting the shot. But again, because the dynamic between male and female and the interactions these days are so fucking harsh and so fucking lopsided that for a woman to actually whatever it is for a woman to be like, oh, you know what? I actually will fuck with this nigga. This nigga got to be fucking one of the illest niggas you done came across. He's one of the illest niggas you've come across out of what? Hundreds of niggas. Maybe thousands of niggas, especially if we talking about DMs and shit like that. You finally fuck with a nigga, he gotta be the prize. He gotta be a prize possession ass nigga. He gotta be a trophy ass nigga because you actually fucked with him in comparison to all the niggas you didn't fuck with. How could you be the prize when you finally are fucking with a nigga? I don't know. Is there are there two prizes? Is it prize on prize? Like, I don't know. Like I said, this is what I would really like to talk to a woman about this shit. But like bro said, like, come on, you can't even talk to, she neck rolling, she smacking like she's just annoyed at you. You even come and talk to her. She's just fucking annoyed at you. Yeah, bitch, if you chose up on me, it's because I know I'm that nigga. Cause I'm popping, I got money. I got my life together. I'm fresh. I got a cool ass apartment, a cool ass car, this and that. Yeah, I probably shoot my shot at a lot of bitches and this and that because as men, that's what we got to do. But I know I'm ill. This ain't nothing for me. I know I'm ill. You getting shot at all the time. You just turn the motherfuckers down just to turn motherfuckers down. You might be lit. Maybe. I don't know. Possibly. I don't know. Are you really tried and true in how lit you are? Maybe. I'm tried and true. I've seen success. I've seen defeat. But I got enough success over defeat, and the defeat comes relatively commonplace as well. Like, I really got character. Bitch, I really got character. You got character? What prize ain't got, what prize don't come with character? I don't know. So anyways,